What if everything you've been told about keeping your money safe is actually putting it at risk? What if simply holding on to cash in a checking or savings account is costing you more than you realize? We've been told our whole lives to save money, work hard, save money, put it in a bank account, keep it safe. But here's the reality: cash is trash. Now, today I'm going to shed light on why holding your money in cash is a terrible, terrible idea, and why instead you should be investing in real estate, and in particular in my real estate deals right now. So, why would I say cash is trash? Do I hate money? Am I crazy? What's wrong with me? No, I don't hate money. I might be a little bit crazy, but I don't hate money. It's just that cash, I don't like it as a store of value. It's a terrible store of value. There's two reasons for this. Number one is inflation. Now, we've all heard about inflation. This is the phenomenon where the value of the dollar is actually decreasing over time, and the price of goods and services are going up. That $100 from 1990 is only worth about $40 today. While if you would have invested that $100 into a 10% return investment, it'd be worth about $2,800 today. Pretty big difference. The other disadvantage of cash is that it's a liquid asset, which just means that it's accessible, it's readily available. You can quickly grab it and spend it on a whim. Well, that might sound like a good idea, right? What if you need that money in an emergency? And you might want to have a little bit stored away for that. But here's the reality: if you have a bunch of cash just sitting there in the bank account, you're more likely to spend that money. You're putting yourself at risk to impulsive buying. I mean, how many have gone to Target or Costco and you wanted to buy two or three things, but you walk out of the store with a cart full of junk? Maybe some of those things, were exciting. You wanted to buy them, but you didn't need them. Well, if you didn't have all that money sitting there readily accessible, you probably wouldn't have gone that far. And impulsive spending can be habitual, can lead to more problems down the road. The other issue is that having a lot of cash just sitting there opens you up to risk. The risk of theft, of scams, frivolous lawsuits, and your cousin Joe, right? Your cousin Joe who just keeps seeming to get into trouble, gets arrested and thrown in jail, and he needs to get bailed out. And who does he call? He calls the guy with all the cash. And because you're not a jerk, you give it to him. Well, if your money instead was invested in an illiquid asset, something not readily accessible, something you can't just sell and take your money out as cash and give to Joe, sorry, Joe, you're stuck. I'm illiquid. Got my money tied up in investments. So the goal is to have a little amount of cash and stay illiquid. Keep your money in illiquid assets. There are a lot of different types of illiquid assets. The best, and what has my heart and what I'm passionate about, what I love, is real estate. Real estate. Real estate's the only investment that gives you all five of what I call the ideal benefits, which stands for income, depreciation, equity, appreciation, and leverage. And although these five benefits are tremendous investment benefits, and I encourage you every time you look at an investment to look at, is it liquid or illiquid? And what are the five ideal benefits that it's giving me? But you can't just buy any real estate deal to get those benefits. You need the right deal with the right partner. And that's where I come in. So meet Chris. That's me. I'm a United States Marine. I've got grit, hard work ethic, and discipline. I'm also a civil engineer. I'm professionally licensed in the state of California, and I have a master's degree from Stanford University, so I know my numbers. I'm knowledgeable and experienced in real estate, taking my portfolio single-handedly from one property and one unit up to 7 properties and 13 units. I've got real relationships. I've got the right relationships in the right markets, in the right locations, so that I can find, fund, and execute on the right deals and get the right return for myself and my investors. And last but not least, the best part is I'm the little guy. Why would that be good? Shouldn't I just put my money into a REIT, a real estate investment trust, or A real estate fund? No. Those are the big guys. You don't want the big guys because the big guys take hundreds of millions of dollars and they have to keep that money deployed, which means they always need to be buying deals. And I promise you, there are not always going to be deals that are good deals that you should be buying that are worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So what you end up with is a cross section of the market that gives you a little bit of the good, a little bit of the bad, a little bit of the ugly. Also with these big guys, you don't have any sort of personal relationship with the fund manager. Likely you won't even know their name. They certainly won't know your name, and they don't care what your goals and aspirations are. But when you invest with me, guys, I am the fund manager. I'm the guy, and I want to get to know you. I want to make sure I understand your goals, your aspirations, what you want to get out of this real estate transaction to make sure that I can provide the most value to you as possible and to make sure this is a win-win situation for both of us. So folks, I'm looking at 2 deals right now. I'm always looking at deals. These 2 deals are promising, and there's a good shot that I could be under contract with one, maybe even both of these within the next couple of weeks. So with all things real estate, time is of the essence. And I would encourage anybody who has an interest in this, let's meet. Let me take you out to lunch. If you're here locally, let me take you to lunch. Let's grab a coffee. If you're not here locally, let's get on a Zoom call. And let's figure out if this is a good fit for you. The future belongs to those who build it. You don't build wealth overnight. You certainly don't build wealth saving your money and putting it in a bank account. So let's start that wealth building process. Let's do that together, and let's build that future together. Let's start now.